Hello everyone out there in YouTube land, my name is Will, this is Will the Nerds, and we're back with another deck tech video, and this time we are doing a Merfolk deck, and I feel like I have too many woodland streams in this deck, and I do. So, why do I have 8 of these in here? So, I need to find, so we'll just take, I have more blue-green dual decks, or dual lands, but I can't think of any of the names off the top of my head, so I'm just going to throw them in as islands, split them as islands and forests. So this one is a Merfolk deck, so we're just going to say Merfolk, I have it as, I have it as +1/+1 in for my thing, so we're just going to do that. Merfolk +1/+1, casual deck as always. Hit OK. So we're going to type in our woodland stream, since you already know that we have that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's take, do I have Kaladesh ones? Yes, we'll take the 4 from Kaladesh, or what's the other set from Kaladesh? Oh, it is Kaladesh. Okay, I thought it was something else. And let's just do this. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 forests. Or 8. Do we have 8 islands? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 islands. And 8 forests, which is kind of weird. I don't know why I have an odd number. 21? Really? That's weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, 21. All right. Sure. Whatever. Unless I'm missing one somewhere. All right. So we have green on top. So we are just going to start with the green spells, and as you could probably tell, Merfolk +1/+1, it's a Merfolk deck. Most of it has to do with buffing your Merfolks, and some of these cards can probably be replaced with some newer ones. I know they've come out with some newer Merfolk in the past couple sets that do maybe a little bit of a better job than some of the ones in here. I just grabbed what I had. I was like, I have a bunch of Merfolk. I'm just going to make a Merfolk deck. It's not going to be the best, but you know what? It's no big deal. All right, so we have 3 plummets in this deck, and this is my favorite green common card. To be honest, it destroys flying creature. And these are from, yeah, Masters 25. And if you don't know, there you go. Destroy target creature with flying. Nice and easy. Next, we have Haze of Pollen, which, for some reason, I don't know why I associate this card with the Merfolk. I don't, it doesn't really make sense. It probably could go better with an insect deck. But yeah, it's from Amonkhet. Haze of Pollen, I think it just prevents all combat damage that would be dealt this turn, and you can cycle this card. Discard this card to draw a card. I don't think I've ever cycled it, but I guess if things are going good, I probably should. Alright, now let's see. I think the rest is just creatures. I don't think I have any legendary ones. Okay. But we do have some rare ones. We're going to throw them on the back lot there and save them. And let's see, we have Jade Guardian. We have a playset of Jade Guardians. Jade Guardian. We have a playset of, let's just bump that up to 4 from Ixalan. I think most of these cards are from Ixalan. And it has hexproof. When it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target Merfolk you control. Not really in there for the hexproof. It's in there for the obviously adding a counter to a Merfolk you control, and it's not another one, so you can put the +1/+1 counter on him if you don't have any other Merfolk out. So I think there's a Merfolk in here that you kind of want to buff, but you don't want to make it a target, so yeah, you kind of want to be careful. Not to, like, make one main target for your opponents unless they don't have an answer for it. Alright, so we have Jade Bearer for the next one. We have 2. It's from Rivals of Ixalan. And what do you do? When Jade Bearer enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on another target Merfolk you control. 1 drop. So you kind of gotta wait to save her for, like, turn 3, turn 4, because if you drop her down, she can't put the counter on herself. Alright, on to the next. We have Vine Shaper Mystic. It looks like we have 3 of them. Vine Shaper Mystic. 3 of from Ixalan. Like I said, I think that's where almost all of these cards are going to be from. Vine Shaper Mystic enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target Merfolk you control. So she's going to buff 2 Merfolk or 1 Merfolk, and I think it can even be herself because it does not say another Merfolk. And she's a 1/3, so, like, that's pretty solid defense for, what is it, a 2-drop? A 3-drop. So, yeah, that's not bad. She's not going to be extremely easy to kill right off the bat. Alright, so now we have Forerunner of the Heralds. Forerunner of the Slaughter. Drone Merfolk Scout. Yep, that's what we want. Forerunner of the Heralds. Rivals of Ixalan. There we go. What do you do? When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a Merfolk card, reveal it, then shuffle your library and put that card on top of it. That's good. I didn't remember that's what that did, so that is awesome. It lets you get that big Merfolk out, and depending, it might not be that much to bring it out either. So yeah. So next turn you'll be able to play it. Whenever another Merfolk enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So there you go. This card can get very big, and it searches a card for you. I'm surprised that that's an uncommon. So, yeah, that's actually pretty good. There must have been a lot of good rare cards in Ixalan that I just didn't really pay attention to. I know there's a couple of them that were not very good at all, in my opinion, but whatever. And we have Kumena's Speaker. What? I don't know if I have that. I know I have that card somewhere. Alright, so we have 2 of these. Let's find it. There you are, Ixalan. What do you do, Speaker? Gets a +1/+1 as long as you control another Merfolk or an island. So it's more than likely always going to get a +1/+1. Again, you can't play it turn 1 because it's green. It's not going to get a +1. I mean, yeah, you can't play it at turn 1. It's going to get a +1/+1 as long as you control it. So eventually it will get a +1/+1. So it'll be a 2/2. Hopefully by turn 2 it'll be a 2/2. Then that would work. That would be nice. As you can see, almost every one I have gives you +1/+1 or gives another Merfolk +1/+1. Alright, so next one we have is Deep Root Elite. There is some Merfolk. A Deep Root Champion or Deep Root Warrior. A +1/+1. Creates token. So, like, I think I have almost all of these cards. And I do have another Merfolk deck, too. So, if they're not in this one, they could be in another one. Excuse me. Whenever another Merfolk enters the battlefield under your control, you can put a +1/+1 counter. It's not you may. Put a +1/+1 counter on target Merfolk you control. So it can be Deep Root Elite, too, if you want. So, there you go. It's whenever a Merfolk enters. Whenever that Merfolk enters. I think there's another one when a Merfolk enters that buffs that certain creature itself. So they all kind of buff. I think I've played this deck before, and I can't remember what my problem was. I think I was getting mana screwed, and I think you need more mana for this. I'll have to look, too, because I think there might be a couple more than 60 cards in this deck, so you might have to go through and take some stuff out. Let's slide them out of the way. Yeah, so let's go with the creatures to start with for this one. Because I have cancels in this deck. And if I have more than what I need, then the cancels can probably be taken out. Okay. So we have, let's find it, Shaper Apprentice. We have 2 of. So Shaper Apprentice right there. Coal Beans. Let's go down here. Ixalan. This is base, so this could have been a freaking standard deck, actually. Shaper Apprentice has flying as long as you control another Merfolk, so it's going to have flying. As long as you... Okay, so it doesn't count for itself. So chances are it'll probably have flying. Like, that's the thing. There's not a whole lot of flying Merfolk, so you need to have other answers for it, which is kind of why Cancel and Haze of Pollen and Plummets in this. It gives enough of a defense against it. So we have Wind Strider for next one. For a 2 of, it looks like this is from Ixalan as well. And it has flying. And it has flash too. So that's cool. We have... So how many answers do we have for flying? We have 4. That's 7. And then 8, 9 answers for flying. That plus cancel, if we can have all the cancels in this deck. So are the rest of these blue? Or the rest of these blue? Yeah. The rest of them rare. No, I have a couple non-rares here. Let's get these ones out of the way first. Marrow Regery. Pop you over. You are from... Is this Goblin versus Merfolk is what you're from? Yep, that's what you're from. What do you do? Wow, that's a really... other Merfolk creatures you control get a +1/+1. Ugh. Whenever you cast a Merfolk spell, you may tap or untap target permanent. Oh. I see why it's that much money. So, yeah, you could... If you play a Merfolk, if you cast a Merfolk, it's going to get a +1/+1. You can untap a land to play another Merfolk. Untap a land, possibly play another Merfolk, untap a land. You know, if they're not a whole lot, yeah. Like, if they're not very expensive, if you have, like, 6 mana out, and you play this for 3, and it counts, you can untap a land, so now you have 4 mana, play another one that's, like, 3 mana, untap it, you have 4 mana again, and just basically keep going till you have no cards in hand and you have a fuck ton of Merfolk out. That would actually work really good in like a Merfolk token deck. Yeah. Ideas. Okay. Moving on. Herald of Secret Streams. Secret Streams? Yeah, of Secret Streams. Herald... Is his name actually Herald? Have you asked? Herald of Secret Streams. Boom. A boom. We have 2 of. And Ixalan. I have a foil version of this too. Creatures you control with +1/+1 counters on them can't be blocked. Yeah. This one isn't legendary. So if I have more of these, they're going to have to go in this deck. So I can get him quicker. Which means, like... all of your Merfolk are going to be unblockable. And you're just going to do a fuck ton of damage. Hopefully pretty quickly. Alright, so we have Merfolk Sovereign. I have 2 different versions of him. So, 2 different prints of him, I guess you should say. Not versions. So, let's find him. Merfolk Sovereign. This one is from Explorers of Ixalan. I don't know what the hell that is. Or how I got that. But sure, whatever. And the other one is from the dual decks. Unless I ordered them and that's where I got it. It's probably it. Oh, she. Sorry, I apologize. Other Merfolk creatures you control get a +1/+1. Tap target a Merfolk creature. Oh, tap target Merfolk can't be blocked this turn. So, she buffs my Merfolk and she's also an answer to my other guy, Herald of Secret Streams, too. If you don't have Herald of Secret Streams, then you can tap her and have your big merfolk do some damage. I need to get... Yeah, so I'm going to have to go through it. I'm going to have to get more Herald of the Secret Streams. I'll have to see if I even have some. I might have one somewhere. Alright, because I know I have a couple just loose merfolk somewhere. Master of the Pearl Trident. There you are. You're not too far down. Are they from the same one? No, they are not. They're from different. So, you are from the dual decks, and you are from M13? Wow, really? That card's this old. Didn't think it was that old. It's not that expensive. Other merfolk creatures you control get a +1/+1 and have island walk. And they're not legendary either. So, like, playing multiples of these in your deck, probably a good idea. I would, honestly, those past few cards I played, I would probably play 3 ofs in here if you can. If there's other cards in here to get rid of that you don't want, play 3 ofs of those cards. I might actually get rid of the cancels in here. I had 21 lands, add 1 more land and just add more of those and just get rid of your freaking get rid of your cancels. All right, Merfolk Mistbinder is the next one. Oops. Mistbinder. 1, 2. This one is Rivals of Ixalan. The list. Click on the card. Click on the card. Thank you. Other merfolk you control get a +1/+1. 2-drop. So quick creature to get out. Buffs your other merfolk. That's the only thing she does, so it's worth at least having 2 of her in there. Maybe not 3. If you don't have any other cards and you have playset of them, throw a playset of them in there. And possibly the last card here, Kumena. Tyrant of Orazka? We're going to go with Orazka. That sounds right. That sounds better. Now I need to find the card. I don't know where I put it. It's all in alphabetical order. And she's the only mythic. He's the only mythic? He's the only mythic. Tap another untapped merfolk you control. Kumena, Tyrant of Orzaka, can't be blocked this turn. Okay, so it makes him unblockable if you don't have the other cards to already have him to be unblockable. Tap 3 untapped merfolk you control, draw a card. Okay, so yeah, that works. I think he's in there for that. This actually would... He would actually work better in a token deck, I think. Tap 5 untapped merfolk you control, put a +1/+1 counter on each merfolk you control. He's in there for that last ability. But if I could get a couple more of these, he would definitely probably go in the other one. In the other merfolk deck I have, which I believe just creates tokens. So we have 3 cards to play with. Let's add another forest. We're taking the cancels out. The cancels aren't even gonna be in here. We're gonna add, let's see, we need to find it. Herald of Secret Streams. So we're gonna add another Herald of Secret Streams. Creatures you control get a creatures you control with a +1/+1 counter on them can't be blocked. Definitely want that in here. Like that's the thing, is you want to put +1/+1 counters on everything to make them unblockable. And let's see, like that just adds and gives them island walk. Master of the Pearl Trident. I don't know. I would. Where's yeah. Whenever Forerunner of Heralds enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a merfolk card, reveal it. Whenever another merfolk enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on her. Enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target merfolk. Okay, so we already have that one. It gets a +1/+1 as long as you control an island. We need something that gives them, when it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to... Yeah, so we're just going to We're just going to add a playset of that in there and get rid of the cancel. So we have 22 lands, 5 instants, and 33 creatures. And let's go to the details here. So, it's about split 50-50. That's not terrible. You need to add dual lands in there. Add a playset of another dual land. Don't be like me and add 8 woodland streams for some unknown reason. Okay, so that's, get rid of that. You don't need freaking land, pay that much for lands. What do we have? The most expensive card is Merfolk. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. $7 a piece for 48. So like $46, which is not terrible. A lot of my decks have been coming in under $100. Visual spoilers again. So there you go. And we can look at the starting hand and see what we got. And that's either really good or really bad, having that much mana. I'm going to keep it because fuck it. That's fantastic to have. I'm starting with the forest. Play that island. Play a forest. Fuck it. Start with him. Yeah. Because why not? At this point, add another card. Play an island. When it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target merfolk you control. I'm gonna hold that card. Maybe, possibly. And you know what? 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we play this for 3, it would untap. We'd only have 2 mana left. So let's hold on. Let's hold on for this because we're not gonna play nothing just yet. You can attack with Kumena. That's probably what I do. 2 damage. 2 damage there. Play your island. Play Merfolk, right? So it enters. You tap 3 of your mana. You untap 1, so untap an island. So you have 3 mana now. Then you could play Vineshaper Mystic. Put a +1/+1 counter on Kumena and Marrow. And then you're... no, I'd put it on Vineshaper and Kumena. And then other ones... no, I'd put it on... Yeah, put it on Marrow. Make Marrow a big threat. That way it's harder to kill. Make it a 3/3. Make it a 3/5. This is going to become a 2/3. Then you can tap all 3 of these if you want. Maybe let's say they don't have a threat. If they don't have a threat, you can tap all 3 of them. I'm not going to do it. Let's just swing in. Swing in for 2. Swing in for 3 if you can. If it's not going to die, swing in for 3. Draw a card. You have Vineshaper Mystic again. Play your land. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lands. So if we play this, that leaves us 2. And we can untap 1 to 3. Okay. Or you can tap all your mana and untap 2. I'm going to play... We'll play Windstrider. To untap, we'll leave 2 available. But since this, we cast a Merfolk, we can untap a land, play Vineshaper Mystic, buff Merfolk, and Kumena again. And I would tap one of your Vineshapers and make Kumena unblockable. And swing in for... put that 1 on there. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because he's getting 1 from that, 3, 1 from that, 4, plus this is 5. Swing in for 5 unblockable. So that's like 7. Now that's 8. 8 damage. And by turn 5. 8 damage by turn 5. So they're down to 12 life. Add a card. Okay. This is going really, really well. Okay. Vine Shaper Mystic. Add one to Maraudry. Add one to Kumena. So now he's at 9, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, he's at 6. My bad. We've done 8 damage altogether, right? That's 2. Yeah, that'd be 3, 4, 5, 6. He's at 6. You untap a land. Play Forerunner. Whenever another Merfolk enters the battlefield, you put a +1/+1 on them. So let's reverse that. Let's play this. Put Herald of Secret Streams on top of our deck. And then we'll play Vine Shaper Mystic. This will get a +1/+1. Let's tap a Vine Shaper Mystic. Attack for 6. Unblockable. Then we can tap on3. Yeah. And we could see if we have it. 1, 2. We can tap 3 here to draw a card. So we have Herald of the Secret Streams in our hand now. And yeah, Herald of Secret Streams. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana out. We tapped 4 mana. We untapped 1 to play it. So we have, let's say we have these 3 available. Tapped, we have one mana untapped, but we have Herald of Secret Streams in our hand. Woodland Streams, do that. And we didn't play a Merfolk, but we can tap one of our unblockables. We could play Herald of, we have Herald of Secret Streams in our hand. Let's play Herald of Secret Stream, which means all other Merfolks get a +1. If all other Merfolks, if they have a +1/+1, they're unblockable. Creatures you control with +1/+1 counters on them can't be blocked. So that's Maraudry, Kumena, and Forerunner. So Forerunner's 4. Kumena's 6. So that's 10. And Marrow is now a 3, 4, 5, 6. So 16. And that would be game. That would be game right there. That would be it. Wow. That was probably the quickest anything's kind of went. To be honest, I really need to play this deck a lot more and work stuff out. Maraudry, like if I can get another one of these, if I can get a play set of these and put a play set in here, maybe not even a play set, just 3 in here and then 3 in another deck, that would be amazing. But anyway, we're gonna go to probabilities there, and that will end this video. So if you guys could please like, subscribe, share, hit that bell icon, that way you get notified every time I upload a new video. You can follow me over on Facebook and Twitter. The links to those are in the description. You can follow me on Discord. It is Will #36 Will of the Nerds #3636. So you can give me some constructive criticism if you guys want to just chat. If you have an idea for a video or a game you want to see me play, let me know. And with that, I'll see you guys on the next one.